All right, Bill. Act like you got some balance about you.
You all right?
Mark, I'm doing.
Yes, you are.
That's all I can say.
That's all you can say.
I'm doing. As long as I'm doing, I'm good.
Happy birthday to you, belated.
Thank you, man.
And this is 80?
I'm 81 now.
81?
No, he's not 81.
I'm 80 in 4 days.
4 days? Your birthday's on the 10th.
80 in 4 days.
Yeah, today's the 14th.
80
14th.
and 4 days, not in 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's what I meant. That's what I said.
Okay, I got it. You ready to eat?
Huh?
Ready to eat?
I've been ready to eat,
I
man.
love it.
When it turned blue, I thought it had cooled down. I touched this kid on the back of the neck with it. He flipped. He did a double flip, like. He did one of these. I did. It was a real quick touch, but I could have went to prison for that. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Tell the story about you and Aunt Dorothy talking about Grandma pulling weeds outside.
I don't want to tell that story.
Why? No.
It's every kid has done that.
Yes, every kid has done that.
Me and Dorothy was supposed to be pulling weeds next to the bedroom window, and we talked about our mama like a dog. And my mama said, when y'all finish talking about me, pull them weeds.
Oh, wow.
You ever wanted a whipping and your mama didn't give it to you?
No.
Yeah, we wanted a whipping. Dorothy cried. She heard Janet talk about her on the phone. She did the same thing to Janet. Just said something to her. Didn't act mad or nothing. And when Janet finally saw Mama, she just fell on her crying, hugging her. Oh, Mama, oh, Mama, Mama.
Wow. Her not making that's epic.
But my daddy, me and my daddy had issues, right? We did. We had issues. But you better not mess with me. I told him, Mr. Demerit. You know Demerit?
Yeah.
I said, he said something he was gonna do. No, he told everybody he's gonna give me a Christmas present. I said, you can't tell me, you can't make me give you a Christmas present. He said, you can't because you ain't got no money. My dad had just gave me a $20 bill. I stood up in the class, opened my wallet, and pulled that $20 bill out and did like this. And the mayor said, I'm gonna kick your ass. I said, yeah, my dad will be out here and kick your ass. I told him, and my dad would have. He was a bad man. Let me tell you that y'all don't know Mr. Butch. Yeah, I do. I knew him all my life. He was a bad man. See these hands right here? These are small hands. A man jumped on my dad at the bar. You know that story? My dad did like this, reached around like this, put his thumb in his mouth, put those 4 fingers around his head, paralyzed him, brought him all the way around like this. And everybody saw it. They never messed with that man.
But Granddaddy didn't bother people that didn't bother him. He was very like, yeah.
He knocked the man out on his job. The man was messing with me. You know, back, I don't know what it was. We really did respect him. His name was Mr. Boyd. He owned the racetrack, right? Mr. Boyd. He made my daddy the foreman. My daddy was standing at the booth where you have to sign in to come in. He was standing here, Mr. Boyd was standing, Mr. Boyd was here, my dad was here. This man threatened Mr. Boyd. He ignored my dad. He was walking past my dad and he caught a right hand right here. He woke up the next day. My dad, boop, he was out.
All right, Dad, I got one more story I want you to tell. Tell the story about Grandma when she was pregnant.
Oh, you want people to know how stupid I was.
No, it's just a funny story.
Okay, we was on the football field, on the sandlot, playing football, and Freddie Jones, the hoodlum, told everybody my mama was pregnant. Was gonna have a baby. Boy, I got mad. I was ready to fight him. I couldn't beat him.
She was pregnant with Janice?
With one of them, David or Janice. And I couldn't fight. I couldn't even tackle him. I tackled him one time. He got up, I didn't. He put his knees in my chest when I tackled him, and he got up and I stayed on the ground. But guess what? Let me tell this whole story right now. We playing sandlot football, right? His nickname was Spider. He was a real hoodlum. I mean, he was a bad dude. He could fight, he could play basketball, he could skate, he could do anything. Anyway, he broke through everybody. I was playing free safety. I was the last man to get him. He ran straight toward me, and I got out of the way, and he ran a touchdown. I made up my mind, I said, next time I'm going to tackle his ass. And the next time, I did tackle him. But his knees hit me right here. His knees hit me in the chest, but he fell. But I had him around his leg like this. He was hurt too, but he didn't want to know. He didn't want to show it. The way he showed it, the next time he put moves on me. Next time he put moves on me.
He tried to just go through you.
Right. I knew he was hurt the way he fell. You know. And she said, Miss Jones, I lost my dollar. And Miss Jones said, did anybody find the dollar? I said, I'm sitting there, I ain't say a word. Miss Jones said, everybody take off your shoes. I started saying black spots. I was like, hold on. You know what Miss Jones did? Miss Jones looked in my shoe and saw that dollar and kept going. And gave that girl $1 out of her purse. That's what Miss Jones did for me. I love her. I love Miss Jones. And you know what else she did? She made me the star of the play. I was Pinocchio. That's funny?
That's why she
That's
made you
ironic,
Pinocchio.
Dad.
Huh?
That goes with the dollar story. That goes with the shoe story.
You didn't film that.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, my
Dad,
God.
My
Dad.
fingers are crossed.
Is there a reason she selected you for Pinocchio?
Because your nose was good and
No, she liked me and I liked her.
Okay,
Oh, here we
that was
go.
different.
Here we go.
That was like a float.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'll never forget her. She was skinny and she was real bright. Brighter than you.
So that was life changing, Dad.
Oh, my mama and my Aunt Maureen told me I was color struck because of Shirley Daniels. I'm talking too loud, I know.
No.
You're actually doing pretty
Here's the
good.
story. What was Shirley Daniels? So,
What'd you say?
dark.
I took Mark to a park called Reynolds Park. So we got to Reynolds Park. We parked and got out, and they got this mountain that they put inside the park. It goes up like a pyramid. And I wasn't thinking too straight that day either. He walked up to that hill and folded his arms and looked at it, started climbing. I didn't say a word. It didn't dawn on me what's going to happen when you get to the top. When he got to the top, when he turned around, he rolled the rest of the way down. Head first. Boom, 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 boom. I tried to tell, I said, hold it. That was too late.
Mark, you gotta go there again and give it a second try.
I don't even know where it is.
It's still there.
Let's see if you can make it down.
It's probably only 4 feet tall.
Yep.
Okay, this is another Bill Lee story. You live and learn. I told Ron the other day, I said, Ron, you remember that day? Because he remembered it. I said, I learned a lesson that day. See that walker right there? I went fishing, right? And it's called Canal Point. And in order to get to the water, you have to come down an incline like this to the water. I'm gonna walk down the hill with the walker. That thing started rolling and I didn't turn it loose. I fell face first. I did.
Oh, God. Is that the time you came home bruised up?
It might have been. I don't know.
Remember we were trying to figure out what happened there?
The doctor said.
How many times have you had any falls this
Oh no,
year?
that's
I
the
said,
time
yes.
I walked into that concrete bench. I didn't even see it.
How many times? I said, yeah, that about 2. I said no 4.
You don't use your walker like you're supposed to.
Okay. Like my brother said,
She the queen.
like David said, that could happen to anybody. I stepped off a concrete sidewalk onto the beach sand. It was so soft until I tumbled forward. It didn't even hurt, the sand. I got up and walked away. David, it could happen to you, either one of y'all. Yeah, all you got. My sister Dorothy, I went to pick her up from the doctor's office one day and she was coming to her van and she misstepped off the concrete and fell face first and bust her face. It could happen to anybody. You know.
And
Now,
it's in slow motion too.
y'all know, y'all know, y'all know I got one eye, right? You know I only got this eye. You need two eyes so things can focus. That like you told me stepping down those steps, so how careful I was, because it's hard to focus on the distance between them steps. I use my foot to guide me down. I don't care what it looks like to nobody.
So that's how you walked into the concrete table and didn't
No,
fall?
I walked to the concrete table, there was a tree. And it was nighttime. It was like 10 o'clock at night. There was a tree and a concrete bench about this high. All concrete, about this long. I never saw it. I just walked into it, hit my knees on it, full force. I did, because it was dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was down for 2 days.
He said he was down for 2 days.
Oh, that hurt.
I going for it. My feet decided to stay inside.
That's when Champ came to get you.
No.
You
And I
fell that
fell
time
out the
too.
back
You
door.
had more falls than I did.
He laughed.
She fell in the backyard and Champ tried to pick her up.
No, I didn't fall in the
Max
backyard.
and Champ won.
I didn't fall. I saw like an eagle, and I looked up to look at the eagles. Next thing I know, I woke up on the ground.
You was what?
I woke up on the ground.
Okay, you just said you didn't fall.
I fainted, I guess.
You just said you didn't fall,
And
didn't
the
you?
dog was going crazy.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Max and Champ? Did you meet them? Oh, okay.
So that means the dragon gonna go down this
Yeah, I got a picture of Max and Champ.
Next up.
You think you stressed out? Mom went to the doctor, and she's taking an X-ray, right? The doctor's asking her, "Did you swallow anything?" Like, cause something's showing up on the image.
She said, it's a pin. Did you swallow a pin? I say, no. She said, do you have a pin on you anywhere? A safety pin? I said, no. So she said, And then she went on about her business. When I got home, there's a safety pin pinned in my...
Oh, you have pinned your butt.
Look at the kitten.
Mom, I can't see anything you point at.
He's cute. He's messing with the crab.
Uh-oh, we in
Okay, I
trouble.
see the kitten.
You know
I
she
don't
can't
see the
see at night. You didn't know that, did you?
I
And
can.
you can't see at night.
I can. When I know where I'm going. Yes, I can.
They loaded me in the back of Ron's truck. In 5 minutes, I was back to normal. But
Paramedics
I don't
called me
mess
from
the
Walmart.
Pepsi and Coke no more.
I was in Walmart
I don't mess the
having an
Pepsi and
episode.
Coke.
Then she calls me and said, Angie, your dad's having an episode in Walmart. I said, which Walmart? A Walmart in Davie. I said, that is not a fast trip. That's going to take a minute for me to get there. But the most profound thing about the story is, Dad said a man skipped him in line.
No, they didn't kill.
And he was angry
really
at
don't hear
first.
nothing.
And he was angry at first. Okay, he was
That's
like,
the man that
whatever.
rescued me from
I'm just
falling.
gonna let him go. I was like, best decision, because that's the man that picked Dad up off the floor.
And you know I got my groceries free that day. I did. Walmart wouldn't let me pay. I was under arrest. When I woke up, I was sitting in a wheelchair, and this cop had his hand on my shoulder. I went to get up. He said, "Can't get up." I said, "Hey, what you mean I can't get up?" He said, "You passed out." I said, "Who passed out?" He said, "You passed out twice." I said, "Okay, I'll sit here."
And he was like,
But I didn't-
don't let fire rescue
I didn't
take
eat
him.
that
Somebody gotta
morning.
come and get him. So
Didn't
I
take
had
my
to go.
medicine. I went to the doctor without. I had just left the doctor's office. But you know, one thing I know, I gotta eat. I can't take the heat, and I can't mess with Pepsi or Coca-Cola or mango.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
Just like we do in cheese life.
Hot wheel. Look at him go.